Dear children, you are the best children in the world because you have the good qualities of life. You are getting the best of education. You are trying to become good as well as smart. You are looking all smart, but also you are good because you have good qualities. And then those who are good and smart, they become a balanced human being. And if you become a balanced human being, you can become a gift of God to mankind. You can become a pride of the human race. You can become a potential light of the world. We want every child to be the potential light of the world. We want every child to be a gift of God to mankind. We want every child to be a pride of the human race. मानव जाति का गौरव बने, यानी वो इतने अच्छे काम करे कि मानव जाति इसमें गर्व करे. प्यारे बच्चों, this is a school which is shaping your lives. And dear children, it is only a hard work that you can succeed in life. Hard work is the key to success. Every child wants to be successful. Dear children, you are in junior classes, that is 6th, 7th and 8th. This age is a very, very impressionable age because you are neither too small that you cannot understand anything, nor you are so big that now nothing can go inside. You are in the most impressionable age. This is the age when the children think, I want to become on the top. This is the age when children feel, how can I go on the top? This is the age when children plan for life. This is the age when children decide the course of life, what kind of person I have to be, what kind of human being I have to be, what kind of achievement I want to make in my life. Very impressionable age. This is the age when you learn from the great men. It is called the age of hero worshipping. If you find anybody like emulating his life, you can emulate his life. Like Edison thought about it and made a bulb. He was just a child of your age. He had never been to any school. He had never studied any science book. He was a poor man. His father died at a very early age. His mother also died at a very early age. He was alone. No money. He was earning his livelihood and used to burn candle and he studied over there. And whenever the wind came, the light was extinguished. Several times he tried to study, but as soon as the wind comes, that candle was extinguished. And he was puzzled. And he thought, why should I not have this light covered with a glass? So there was a glass like this. It was a glass like this. So he drank the water and put the glass on the candle, hoping that perhaps by putting the glass, the wind will come, it will, pass on, and my light will remain and I can study. But then the light was extinguished. He thought, perhaps I have kept it with little force. So he brought it slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly and kept on that candle. Still, the light was extinguished. Then he was puzzled. Why it has so happened? I brought the glass slowly and slowly. just to ensure that no wind comes to extinguish the light. Then he started in his mind questioning why it has happened, how it has happened. When I kept the glass, when it has happened, when it is extinguished. So many interrogatives, so many questions he has in mind. Then he remembered one thing. His mother said, while he was a very small child, "My son, you should become the light of the world." So he remembered that my mother, before her death, she said that I should become the light of the world. And he thought, if I can put this light, candle light, into a jar, then so many people will be benefited. On the roads, so many, thorns and so many difficulty to pass in the night. Nobody can work in the night. Nobody can study in the night because there was no light. And candle light was the only light at that time. And that can be extinguished easily. So he started thinking at a very young age, why should I not put this light into the glass jar? And then he said to my mother, I have to become the light of the world. I have to give light to the world, to the people of the world. And such a small boy, never studied any science, and whomsoever he mentioned that I want to put the light in the jar, everybody made fun of him. How can you put the light in the jar? It cannot. Everybody discouraged him. But he remembered one thing. If this light can be put into the jar, then I will be giving light to the whole world. The world will be benefited. The humanity will be benefited. So he said to his mind that any effort of mine, if it can be of use to the humanity at large, I will do everything. I will put my life into it. He started making experiments. On a sheet of paper he was making the experiments, and all the time he made. His mind said, no, it cannot work. Then again he threw it to the dustbin. Again he made an experiment and he threw it to the dustbin. No, it can't work. He tried for many days. 10 times he failed. He said, I will make an experiment for 100 times. 100 times he failed. He made a vow to make my experiment for 1,000 times. 1,000 times he failed. He made a vow to make this experiment for 10,000 times. And when after 10,000 times he failed, he still remembered my mother said, be the light of the world. He decided to make an experiment till my death, till my last breath. Because if I make an effort, I die in the old age. I will say to my mother in heaven, oh mother, I tried. I could not succeed, but I tried my best throughout my life. At least I can say that. So I will try the whole life of my life. And when he decided to do it, God was so kind that on the 10,001 times, then he made an experiment. the experiment was successful. The bulb was made. And he became a greatest scientist of his time, whole world. Because there was no book available to study how to make a bulb. There was no teacher who can guide him how to make a bulb. And whosoever he met, teachers, professors, they all discouraged him. It is not possible. The only thing was that he got was discouragement, discouragement, discouragement. Everybody discouraged him. No, it is not possible. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your precious life. It is not going to happen. This was the only reply from teachers, from scientists, from everybody. Yet there was a determination that I am doing this experiment for God. I am doing this experiment for the sake of humanity. And God helped him. He became an innovator. He invented, he brought this concept from his mind. Like Graham Bell brought the concept of telephone from his mind. So many things that we see all around have come from the mind of man. This camera, it has come from the mind of man. This watch, it has come from the mind of man. The aeroplane comes from the mind of man. There was no book available. The ship has come from the mind of man. Everything that we see all around, this fan, everything, this LED that you see here, it is all creation of the mind. Dear children, man is a mind rich in gems of inestimable value. Education can alone cause it to reveal its treasure and enable mankind to benefit therefrom. Dear children, it is not only studying of books, getting marks. It is much more. This is the primary thing. You have to achieve it. You have to study the books. You have to do a complete homework. You have to be good handwriting. You have to do lot of sums for practice in mathematics, or for physics or chemistry or zoology or botany, or language or literature or computer science, or humanities or social sciences, or social studies, whatever it is. You have to work very hard. But that alone is not sufficient. That is the primary thing that you have to do. The more than that is applying your mind. What better I can do? My mind is a mind. खान है, माइंड माने खान, जिसमें भरा पड़ा है. क्या भरा पड़ा है? मैन इज माइंड रिच इन जेम्स ऑफ इनेस्टिमेबल वैल्यू.
We raise the banner of our school and see it flying high. We raise together all our voices till they reach the sky. CMS is the place to be. CMS is for you and me.
City Montessori School, the world's largest city school by pupils, a Guinness World Record holder, has been promoting a dynamic children's film culture to propagate the feeling of oneness of humanity, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, among children through organizing the International Children's Film Festival for the past several years every April.
Daring, bold and debonair, extraordinarily beautiful, so very talented. Shefali Sood, Miss India 2017, Miss India UP 2017. And one person who had to deprive herself of sleep to reach here to visit the 10th International Children's Film Festival on the last day. Shefali, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Like she said, I'm sleep deprived, but I don't think that that's as important as being here today was, because I think it's been an enriching experience for me being amidst these kids. I was just talking about it in the press conference that more than they have learned from me, I have learned from them in a brief period of a few hours. So this has been an experience like no other.
But this is unique. If you could just put it in words, what you think you've learned.
I was just called outside for a short interview, and a group of kids just rushed to me and they wanted to get pictures clicked with me. And in that moment, I realized that I was happier to get clicked with them than they were to get with me, because the innocence that they have and how naive they are is just a reflection of the fact that there is purity in all of us. They represent that purity, and I think that is what Dr. Gandhi has been trying to incorporate through this film festival, that oneness and harmony can exist if our minds and our hearts are clear. And being amongst those kids just reminds you of that constantly. So I don't think there is any other place that I would rather be today than here.
And what all you had to beat to be here? There was an event last night?
So ironically, I just crowned Miss India Uttar Pradesh 2018 last night before coming here. So it was a very nostalgic day for me. And I don't think there is a better way to end my reigning here than being here where my journey started in Lucknow exactly a year ago. And yes, I mean, there was a delayed flight in the middle, there was a heat wave in the middle, and there is a lot of hours of missed sleep. But like I said, everything is worth it.
So that's a rather, makes, what do I say, this makes this day a rather more special one for you. I mean, you ended a journey, started another, and with children.
It goes to show that life is a full circle. I started this journey 1 year ago in this city. I end this journey 1 year later in this city. And I ended in the company of people with the purest minds, the purest souls, and the purest hearts. And if I'm able to embody that attitude and carry their spirit with me for the rest of my life, then I think that I've already accomplished my goal and my mission.
Great. So what's there to unfold now?
So I just said this also, and I'll say it again, that I think that there is a higher power. There is something much greater than all of us that decides what we are meant to do, what our purpose in life is. So I think that I'm still finding that, and I'm waiting for that divine interference and intervention. And I think I take one day at a time. So wherever life takes me, I'm going in that direction.
And you started by being here.
I started my journey by being here. So you can just goes to show how important this day and this event and being here has been to me.
You can note it in your diary. 13th of April 2018.
Absolutely, 13th, and the 13th is a very special date to me because 13th is also my birth date in the month of July. So, I mean, look at the irony that's happening over here.
So we're going to remember that, and it ought to have some connotation, I have a feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a lucky day for me, and I cannot wait to see what 13th of every month unfolds.
Sure, I'm sure there's some connect, some cosmic connect. Well, Shefali, so as you just now yourself pointed out, there's a lofty dream associated with this film festival, uniting the world into a peaceful order. Do you think it can be done? In case you're not aware, Dr. Gandhi dreams of uniting the world into one single order, one government, one parliament, one language, etc.
Like you said, it is a lofty dream, but I don't think that there could be a better place to start teaching this dream than when kids are still impressionable, when kids are still learning, and to inculcate their minds an attitude of harmony and oneness right at the brink of their formative years is the best place to start, because they will grow up to be leaders, they will grow up to be harbingers of peace, and that is exactly what the world needs. I hope and I pray that this initiative trickles down to more parts of India and comes down to rather heavily populated cities like ours, Delhi and Bombay. And if we are able to even achieve half the kind of message that you're trying to spread here in these cities, then I think that the rest of the nation and the world is not far behind.
Your take on the concept of children's cinema?
I think that cinema is such a powerful medium. The world that we live in today is very fast paced, and something like cinema is so it's so incorporated into our daily lives that we don't even realize how it shapes us. So to use that deliberately to form thoughts and ideals of things as powerful as peace and oneness and amity and harmony are just such a wise idea, and I wish that more people would incorporate this.
A question that you often face, and even you face today with so many journalists here itself, is Bollywood up there on the horizon?
I am very new to the world of acting. I just have done one web series and that's about it. So I think I'm also learning if I am capable of it, and I think that once I've done a little bit about it, then maybe Bollywood will be welcoming.
All right, thank you so much, the beauty queen over here. Shefali Sood, Miss India UP 2017, is all set to make new beginnings, and what better a place than City Montessori School with children who are so naive, so young, so innocent, so pure, as she herself said. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to being here again.
National Film Festival, yeah, educate and with your mind. The curse of world goes to some more for future humankind. So come and see and spend your time, acquire education true. Education for peace by CMS, for you to learn and use. For you to learn and use. For you to learn and use.
City Montessori School, the world's largest city school by pupils, a Guinness World Record holder, has been promoting a dynamic children's film culture to propagate the feeling of oneness of humanity, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, among children through organizing the International Children's Film Festival for the past several years every April.
Rudra Soni, yes, all of you know him from Balveer and many other projects. Rudra is visiting the last day of the 10th International Children's Film Festival at City Montessori School, Lucknow. Welcome.
Thank you.
So Rudra, how was it like for you visiting the festival?
Yeah, it was awesome. Actually, I enjoyed a lot. Really, I'm saying it. It was a great fun coming here, meeting you all, and seeing that religious themes or dances. So it was a great fun.
Religious themes and dances, do they have an impact on you, on a child like you, child actor like you?
Yeah, because they teach us, they give a message that we all should be one. If any problem comes, so we all should face. If we will be together, then only we can face it and we can solve it. So that was a good thing about the performance.
Okay, oh great. And let's talk about your projects till now and those to come.
Yeah, recently I was doing Peshwa Bajira, that you know, and now I am doing two movies. That is one is with Amitabh Bachchan ji and another with Sanjay Dutt ji. So with Amitabh Bachchan, it is a movie based on the freedom fighter who was the first freedom fighter, like Saira Narasimha Reddy. It is a South movie, and one is with Sanjay Dutt ji. It is named as Torbas, like how the kids who live in refugee camps. So they are like Tapori type, Mawali type. So it is a type kind of that.
Great. Now, kids watching this interview, you've seen Rudra in Balveer.
Yeah.
The bespectacled guy who is a Balveer friend and fan.
Yeah. So in that I was almost a parallel lead, because I always call me and my sister always call Balvi if we are in any problem. So we call him, he comes and he helps us. So that was a great fun also. I did that serial for 4 years.
शिक्षात्मक सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम एवं चिंतन हेतु विश्व एकता सत्संग में आप सभी सपरिवार सादर आमंत्रित हैं।